And hello, welcome back to the Japan Game Junk podcast. This next visit, which was on the 31st of August 2024, was to one of my favorite hard-off stores. It's a combination hard-off and off-house in Satte city of Saitama, just across the border from Ibaraki Prefecture. One of those places where it's a little bit of a hidden gem. If you're not a driver in Japan, no way you'll ever get here. You gotta get a nice car trip and come see this store. This store itself actually is a bit, so most of the owners of these off stores, book off, hard off, off house, they are independent owners who are franchisees. So they have a franchise from the main company. And so many of these places have their own special little sections. For example, one of the best places for retro games in the country is the Book Off in Ashikaga city of Tochigi. And so much stuff there that's, I go there a lot. And it's a little bit of a hidden gem. Here, though, Satte, it's kind of weird. I guess the owner is really into pro wrestling. There's a huge pro wrestling section of used stuff there. Old DVDs and VHS tapes and costumes and signed pictures and figures and stuff. So if you're into pro wrestling, this is a very nice place to go as well. Anyway, on this day, what was found, but quite a bit. Firstly, 50,000 yen, but wanting it so much, was an MSX2 Plus Hitbit from Sony. This is the HB-F1XV, 128 kilobytes of RAM, of virtual RAM on top of the 64K of regular old RAM, and wow, it's a beautiful MSX, great keyboard, and well, it's got the upgraded FM module. It has the included floppy drive and everything. It's so nice, but it's, again, 50,000 yen. I wish I would have bought that, but anyway. A lot cheaper from Toshiba was the Pasopia IQ MSX computer. This one being a standard MSX, but a beautiful one at 20,000 yen. A new 2DS LL XL in other countries, the Animal Crossing version. This was actually the foreign version, was why it said Animal Crossing on it. So again, in Japan, it's very, very rare, thus making it 35,000 yen for that one. They also had a Powkitty Android-based emulation machine. These are actually not so common in Japan, but it's an Android 11 device with all the, it's like a video game clamshell style machine. But yeah, it's basically made so you can do your emulation and play games on this directly. But yeah, usually you buy those from China. I guess someone did that and then sold it off to hard off here for 15,000 yen. This is the X1 8S version, which I checked it at the time. I think it was about the same price online new as it was here used. Manhunt 2 for the PSP, foreign game, of course, not sold in Japan. 4,000 yen? That's crazy. I got mine for less than 1,000 way back when. Sony PlayStation 2 Slim, pink version, 20,000 yen. That's kind of crazy. Solid State Pinball, Crystal Caliburn for the Macintosh. It needs a 13-inch screen or above and 256 color Macintosh operating system and 1.5 megabytes of free memory. Wow. Japanese version of this old pinball game for the Macintosh, for the old Mac. 2,000 yen. King of Fighters 2002 for the Dreamcast. This is the last version, and it's actually one I kind of regret not buying now. It was the disc only, but for 2,000 yen. Yeah, but this is when SNK became SNK Playmore, so not quite as good of a game as the previous ones, but still, just to have it. I didn't feel bad about not buying Shienryu, a robot shooting game, for the Saturn, complete for 15,000 yen. Expensive, but I've not seen it elsewhere, so there you go. Exerion, Exerion. I don't know if that's Exerion or whatever, but space shooting game for the SG-1000 or the SC-3000 computer. 1,500 yen. I was close to buying it, but in the end I thought, you know what, I'll probably find it cheaper elsewhere if I really wait. The Nakoruru's little sister, I think, Rimururu, a little cute figure, was 300 yen. And if it were Nakoruru, I would have bought it, but no one likes Rimururu. For 1,000 yen, I already had it, so I didn't buy it, but I would have. Sokoban, the box-pushing game for Mega Drive. It's a fun little classic there. And yeah, super cheap. They had quite a few Super Famicom games that I thought were kind of on the cheaper side if I didn't already have them. Super Metroid for 2,000 yen. Magical, what's it? Wait, that's not a Mickey Mouse game. Looks like it was, but it wasn't. Never mind, that's not so important. And yeah, Last Bible 3 for 3,000 yen. Yeah, quite a few Super Famicom games. It seemed like they're fairly priced for being in good condition. Not so fairly priced, the Nintendo Pokemon Mini, little animation viewer, including one animation cartridge. 15,000 yen just to watch little tiny Pokemon. Whatever. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes for the Game Boy. A great, fun little game, but for 8,000 yen, that's a bit much. But beside it, actually a bit cheaper than usual, is the first Castlevania game for Game Boy. 2,000 yen. They also had a mystery Game Boy memory unit where you know, the old cartridge where you would download games from the convenience store into your cartridge. You would pay for the download there. That was only 3,000 yen, but it did not say what game was inside, so too much mystery for me just to risk that. Complete Mega Drive and Mega CD set with everything all connected up and working. Yeah, it's 40,000 yen. That's a bit too much. And it said even then that the CD's reading can be a little weak at times. That's a lot of money for something that's not perfect. Pikachu Nintendo 64 controller, just 2,000 yen. Loose, not too bad. And the Epoch LCD game of, what's it? I forgot the name of the character where you got the yellow spherical headed samurai. Old cartoon. I forgot, but anyway, the old Epoch LCD game for 2,000 yen, and that's kind of nice, I guess. Wacky Racers for Game Boy Color, 9,000 yen. That is craziness. And the last thing that I noticed was that they did have the Tifa Lockhart Final Fantasy VII Remake, whatever, a little super deformed figure there, new in box. Someone had a new inbox for 6,800 yen. And also to note, including the packaging, Nintendo Switch copy of Pikachu Detective Pikachu, only 1,000 yen, and this is because most people who bought the game got it because it came with like some sort of Pokemon card or something, or some game chip or something like that. I don't know. But all the kids said they want the card or whatever, and the parents bought the game, and the kid got the card and didn't want to play the game, and so the parents would sell off the bonus less still sealed game to used shops, and they flooded the market. So now that game is super cheap. I got mine though for 300 yen off online, and still sealed, for the same reason. Anyway. That's enough of this visit. It was a very nice visit, and it is a very nice hard off. It's very, very worth going, again, if you have the wheels to do so. But yeah, Satte is not just a city, but also it is kind of a way in Japanese to say, anyway, like Satte, let's go, or something like that. So, Satte, time to finish up. Please have a wonderful day, and thanks again for your listening.